Hi, Scorpio and Scorpio rising. Here's your horoscope for September 2024. I'm astrologer Joseph Anthony. All right, we have a weird dynamic month ahead. And I talked about this at the beginning of 2024, how we go into this fall season, we're going to have some weird energy. And this month we have a lunar eclipse. This is going to light up your fifth house of love, romance, having fun, children, projects and speculation, and that's going to be big news. Your ruler your ruler Pluto will also go retrograde back into Capricorn for a little while, for the last time in our lifetime. And your co-ruler Mars will also be moving this month out of Gemini into Cancer. So you've got a very active month ahead. And this is a month where there's a lot of change in the air as well. So this reading's for anyone who has a sun sign in Scorpio or has a rising sign in Scorpio. This is a general sun sign Western astrology reading using whole houses. Okay, so it has to be general because I don't have everybody's birthday, and everyone's birth chart and birth date is completely different. So as we begin the month, this time of the year, we have the sun going through Virgo right here in your 11th house of hopes, wishes, and dreams for the future. So there's either a lot of planning or organizing taking place right now. And with Virgo, it's a very analytical sign. And your sign is a very deep and penetrating sign. So this actually works well this time of the year for many of you, okay? So we also have a new moon that's going to activate this 11th house as well at the beginning of the month, and I will talk about that in a few minutes. But I guess the big news really is this Pluto going from your fourth house of home, feeling, and foundation, moving back into your third house of communication. Something from the past may be resurfacing that you're going to have to deal with. And we also have Uranus right here. As we begin the month, Uranus will be going retrograde in Taurus, your opposite sign. So there it is in stationary position before it goes backwards. And so this will be retrograde in the seventh house for about 4.5 to 5 months. And what that means is it's a subtle underlying energy that brings back people into your life, or people in your life start surprising the hell out of you because of their behavior, or because of their past situations or past behaviors, or wanting to complete something such as a project or an endeavor where you have a partnership involved. And that is very possible this month because of Pluto also going retrograde back into Capricorn, which is also happening on the 2nd there. So here we have Pluto retrograding back into Capricorn for the last time in our lifetime. It won't be back in Capricorn for another 240 years. So this is the third house of communication. So everything related to self-expression, ideas, for some form of communication from the past resurfaces, or important contracts or agreements or something along those lines can resurface for many of you in the course of the next, month and a half to 2 months. Now, Pluto will go direct in the middle of October, and then it will finally leave Capricorn for good on November the 19th. So this is just a short time of review that's taking place here for many of you. So between Pluto here going retrograde back in your third and Uranus here in the 7th, so it's going to bring people back from the past, or situations or ideas or something subtle that'll take place over the next couple of months with regards to other people. Okay, so keep that in mind. Now, the new moon in Virgo this month is on the 2nd. It highlights Virgo. It's going to be at 11 degrees of Virgo, so wherever that is in your actual birth chart, it'll light up that area. And so this is about the future. This is about planning for the future. This is about associations. This is about charities, organizations, marketing, things related to technology. This is all under this umbrella. But Saturn will be opposing this new moon right here. So there's something to do with either a new project, a new friendship, an endeavor, something to do with maybe a child that you're forced to look at and need to reevaluate or come to terms with or restructure in some way. That's what I'm seeing here for many of you. So again, it depends on your actual birth chart, but this is a very general overview. And so in the next 2 weeks, there's definitely the need to look at the future and analyze it and think about how you want to resolve matters or create something new that has kind of been, tying you down, or has been a little frustrating, or you've had to work very hard at. Okay, and it could be an agreement, a contract, a project that you're working on that is a bit of a struggle, but now you're pushing through with that endeavor. Okay, so this new moon will help you out with that. Now, Mars enters Cancer on the 5th, and here it is right there in your 9th house of higher learning, speculation, long-distance travel, meaning of life. So Mars in this position definitely motivates you because it's a water sign like yours. And so this is about learning something new. This is about being more passionate. This is about a drive, a stronger drive and determination to get what you want. And so this is going to be here for about 6 weeks. But once it leaves Cancer, it'll enter your 10th house of career, and then it will go retrograde in December the 6th. Okay, and then it'll come backwards, and then we'll revisit this house again. I believe it's January the 6th of 2025. So Mars will re-enter this part. So whatever you're going to start now, whatever project you have going on, whatever you have planned for the future, expect to revisit it back again in January and February. So keep that in mind as you're listening to this, this presentation. But Mars here is definitely going to motivate you, no doubt about it. Looking at a lot of motivation, traveling, maybe spending more time by the water in some way, or, swimming, going to lakes, whatever, your actual birth chart reveals. But this is going to be more passion and more desire, and, you might find yourself a little bit moodier than normal, because Mars in Cancer is a bit moodier than normal. So keep that in mind. Now, Mercury enters Virgo as well on the 9th. There it is. Mercury in Virgo is very analytical. It's all about the small details and putting things together and overanalyzing. And so you're going to find yourself around this time overanalyzing everything, whether it's in society, whether it's in your personal life, whether it's work, whether it's just, trying to figure out how the world really works. You're going to be questioning all of it and in the next 3 weeks because of this 11th house. Technology will be very important, or anything to do with electronics will also be very important for many of you, because this is also the house of technology, especially with Virgo there. And so focusing on your health as well, mental well-being, could be vitally important as well with this Mercury going through the 11th house. So keep that in mind. Now, the full moon lunar eclipse in Pisces, this is big because this is going to activate this 5th house of love, creativity, speculation, children, romance, and playfulness. But it'll be joined by Neptune. It's going to be at 25 degrees of Pisces, opposing the sun at 25 degrees. And Neptune is going to be at 28. So this is a conjunction of this full moon lunar eclipse. Now, lunar eclipses are cycles that are brought up as an ending or completion or a realization of some kind, especially a full moon lunar eclipse. And so this is in the 5th house. So maybe a relationship is ending. Maybe a project is finishing up. Maybe your child is going away to school. Maybe, something is coming to a completion. Whatever that is in your life, a realization, something about a family member. Maybe you're not talking to a family member anymore. It depends on your own personal chart. Now, it's not necessarily a bad thing, because as we go through life, we're having different experiences, and certain people come in and out of our lives, and it's just the way it works. And so this is going to be a very important time for, a realization about something that needs to be finished, or you need to move on from something. Okay? And this is going to be very strong. And this window of opportunity is not just on this day. It actually will be over the course of the next 6 months, because eclipses can take up to 6 months to reveal themselves. But they're the strongest usually within a couple of weeks on either side of this eclipse. So keep that in mind, but that doorway is still opened. Just like next month, we'll have a solar eclipse in Libra, which will light up your 12th house, and we'll talk about that next month. So this is going to be a very important eclipse for many of you. Okay, so keep that in mind. Now, the sun enters Virgo on the 22nd, which it normally does this time of the year, marking the spring equinox in the northern hemisphere. And when the sun enters Libra, the sign before yours, you're basically more in a balanced or wanting to spend time by yourself, or reflecting, or contemplating things, and you probably go into hideout mode. Scorpio is known to withdraw and go into hideout mode. Just look at the animal, the scorpion. It goes into hideout mode most of the time, comes out at night, and it's a very private a symbol. So here with the sun going through here, you're thinking about the relationships from the past. You're thinking about all your connections, your agreements, your contracts, things that are pertaining to the spiritual realm all fall under this umbrella of the 12th house. So this is going to be a time where you're doing a lot of reflecting and figuring things out and trying to come to terms with them, especially whatever happens at this lunar eclipse. Okay, so again, it could be a relationship that's ending and you're really pondering and questioning everything. All right, this is how it works. And so Venus will enter Scorpio the following day right there. Once again, the theme of relationships is highlighted, or financial matters, because Scorpio and Taurus are very financially minded. They're about possessions and handling other people's money and all of that stuff. But Venus in the first house could make you more alluring to other people. And there's definitely a need to focus on your physical appearance in some way, or change your clothes, or, a new style, new haircut, whatever it is. But Venus in Scorpio definitely is going to be sort of a more intense energy, especially when it comes to relationships of all kinds, whether it's business or personal. So this Venus will definitely highlight this first house for at least 5 weeks in this this area, and then it'll go into Sagittarius. So Mercury, the last aspect of the month, is Mercury entering Libra as well, right there. So again, our thoughts turn to relationships and finding balance and peace and tranquility. So you're going to be walking a fine line this month between, intensity, passion, desire, and walking this fine line of peace and tranquility, especially the second half of the month, where there's a lot more passion involved because there's 4 planets in water signs. So there's a lot of emotion, there's a lot of feeling, and there's a lot of thought about what's transpired or what's taking place in your life. Okay, so there's the general overview. If you like this presentation, you want to learn more about astrology, just stay tuned for a little presentation I have about my private community. All right, have a great month, Scorpio, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye for now. Hi, thank you so much for watching my monthly astrology. I really appreciate your support over the years. Have you ever considered learning astrology? Well, you're in luck, because I've created a full online astrology course in my private community. It's a full 6-module course that takes you from the beginning of astrology, what it all means, the mythologies, the houses, all the way to the more advanced techniques such as progressions, solar returns, how to read transits, how to make predictions. It's all there in this course here. And I even dive into some of the mysterious stuff, what some of the symbolism is all about. So I think you might want to check it out if you're interested. Along with the course, we have a very tight-knit community here where everyone helps each other out. And so if someone knows a lot about astrology, they help other people with astrology. So it's a community that really gets involved and, really wants to learn and help each other out. But as you can see here, I have a whole lot more on this private community. I also have the Inner Circle live calls each week. Now, this is something that I do twice a month on YouTube, but here I do them on a weekly basis. And I talk about various topics. You get to ask me questions, we interact, and we learn a whole lot more than just astrology. So this could be anything from astrology to what's going on in the world, predictions, politics, whatever it is. We talk about it in the Inner Circle calls. Of course, I do have videos here that I do not have on YouTube, so you get those too. And then I've got a private resource vault, which has videos that I suggest watching, books suggested reading, meditations, and more. So if you're interested in learning astrology or want to be part of a great community that's really growing fast, head on over to the link down below and click on the link and join today. All right? Thank you so much, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Bye for now.